Today, we're just going to get right into it as your favorite talking head does his best to review another musical album. This time, it's Where the Light Goes by the lovely Matchbox 20 after a 11-year hiatus. Hi, I'm your host, Chris Humphrey, and for those of you who don't know who I am, I'm just another talking head doing my best to review television, music, movies, you name it, I'm here to do it. And that's why you love me. And today just happens to be Matchbox brand new album that just came out, Where the Light Goes, came out May 26th. And I was so excited when I got the alert on my Apple Music going, new album by Matchbox 20. And I was like, oh my God, what a delight it was. And all you have to ask me right now is it as good as Freya Riding's Blood Orange? Because that's how good this album is. And again, I'm going to do something I don't do often, but you're going to have to wait to the bitter end to find out if it's just as good or better than Freya Riding's Blood Orange. Now, when it comes down to the taste, it's their first album in what? uh, 11 years, 2012 is when they came out with North, and I love that album. I played the shit out of that album, and that's why I really liked it. This one here is just an updated version. The only difference is now is that they're just a little bit older, a little bit happier, and okay, their sound isn't as crazy because they're older, and their voices aren't as strong as they once were. That's understandable. We all get older. You can see in my face I age after every videos. But you can also tell that I'm a big fan of theirs because I probably make fun of Rob Thomas. Well, I don't make fun of him. I just say people used to compare me to him back in the early 2000s because I used to sing 2 a.m. all the time, and how far we come. I used to sing those songs a lot in school. And you can see how far they come with this banger of an album. That's what the kids call it. Or what do they say? It slaps. Oh, it slaps. Really good album. Friends is such a good song. If you have friends, you understand the lyrics. If you don't have friends, you want friends. And that's what makes this song really good. Very good poppy song. Wild Dogs is going to be a classic because if you're a big fan of Ted Lasso, it probably reminds you of the Diamond Dogs. And that's the whole point of that actual uh, album itself and that song. And then we go to the heart of the actual album, and that is Rebels and One Hit Love, Warm Blood, and The Queen in New York City. Those are four songs I probably played in a row at a very tough uh, time while running, and they just tend to have spoken to me a lot. And that's what I liked about those four songs in particular. They just spoke to me, and I would play them all the time. The lyrics, the music, the guitars, excellent stuff. And then the title song, "Where the Light Goes," is a catchy pop ballad. It's really brought me back into their original stuff and albums. But then again, I like North, and nobody liked that album. And this one, I don't know what the critics are saying. I really don't care. I really like this album. Really catchy, really back to the roots kind of stuff. Really good poppy. Like I said, they're just older, and you can hear it in their sound, and it just makes it sound more mature. Really good, right? And I like to hang on every word, down to "Don't Get Me Wrong." Oh, that's a good song too. And then he gives the mic over to another band member, and they finally get to come on the other side. And Uncle Rob gets to go to the background vocals, and I Know Better. As soon as the song came on, I was like, oh, that's not Rob Thomas singing. Who the hell's singing? But you listen to I Know Better, and the words are great. It reminds me of an old jazz song that you can just play, and it's basically you telling somebody you know better, and that's ideally what this album is doing. And then No Other Love and Selling Faith. Now, I didn't have a problem with anything in this album. I know a lot of critics wanted it to come up with something new, but if you like a band, you usually like them because of their sound, because of their artistic ways. And this one goes back to the roots. This is a very happy, upbeat album with some sad lyrics, right? Especially in Queen in New York City and I Know Better and One Hit Love, right? Those are some sad lyrics, but the sound that they portray in it, making it somewhat happy and upbeat at the same time, make it an incredible piece of art to listen to. And I thoroughly enjoyed it. I thought it was wonderful. Uh, I thought it was just like fantastic from start to finish. I didn't really have anything wrong with this album. All 45 minutes is great to run to. Sometimes I'll extend my run if I haven't finished it in a row because I really like hearing them sing and play. I really think it's upbeat. Now, needless to say, if Apple does tell me what songs I overplay, it's probably I know better. And then Rebels, One Hit Love, Warm Blood, and Queen of New York City. I probably play those the most, but I like to play the whole album in a sequence in the order that they do. Great stuff. Happy to see that they're all doing okay. Happy to see they're all doing great since the North album. Taking a break has done wonders for them because this is a masterclass of storytelling and art in every song. Now, I know you guys always wait to the bitter end to find out if I liked it as much, and I do think that this album deserves the ranking that it does. That's right. I'm going to give this one another 10. This is my second 10 this week, and not many 10s I like to give out, but it's just I couldn't find any fault with it. Some of the sound is great. It's modern, and the lyrics are good. It's just a couple of dudes that were dudes together when they were young and then grew up together, fell apart because they had families and lived life, and then get back together to make another Wild Dogs type of album. It's great. Now the only question is it as good as Freya Riding's Blood Orange? Drum roll, please. Well, somebody do the drum roll. No, okay, nobody's going to do the drum roll. Well, the sad news is it's not as good as Freya Riding's Blood Orange. I just think that's slightly better. But this is really good. It's a 10. Good enough to be second on the list. We say goodbye to another album, and this is now a 10. We now have the top five songs of the year, and you can see, or album, sorry, of the year, and you can see how they go and what needs to be done for the next ones to compete with it is going to be hard. Oh, I loved it. You can tell. You can fight me on it all you want. Let me know what you think of it down below. Let me know what you think of me down below. And then we can get into a heated discussion on why you didn't like it or why you liked it as much as me. But I want you to go out and listen to this album wherever you can. Spotify, Apple Music. Again, Matchbox 20. After 11 years, Where the Light Goes. Out now. Please listen to it. You're going to love it. If I don't see you guys again, you know what I'm going to say. Good to Morgan, good to Nobden, and good to Knock. Producer, play some music, but none of that Matchbox 20 stuff because I can't afford that. That's true.